Hello everyone, this is the Super Wig Maker, and today I'm making another video for another order, and I have to walk you through some things that happened here. Now, this lady wanted to have a full lace wig for me, and she wanted to get good quality hair. So what she got is this hair tensity silky yaki medium brown or whatever that is, 100% human, that's what she saw, and premium blend hair. Now, I know what that means, and that means practically that the hair is not human. It's mostly synthetic with a little bit of human to take away the shine. So, and also she bought each pack for like 15 bucks or something. This should be a huge indication that there's something wrong with his hair. Now, making a full lace wig with synthetic hair is not a good thing, so I also told her that she also wanted this a different color. So I took the time, and I'm going to show you a couple of photos. This photo over here, I put bleach in one of them and dye number 4 to make a test. And in the second photo, the bleached hair, I'm going to show you the photo first. It's melted off, and I'm going to show you the hair that I have in my hands. It didn't bleach, but it got melted. And now what is left behind mostly synthetic hair and really short spiky human hair that is burned. The other one, which was dyed darker, let me just find the photo. It also had a lot of hair melting, not so much, but it still had it, and that's the indication, because she told me to run a test, and I told her this is synthetic hair, I can see it. Okay, so for a synthetic piece, this wouldn't be bad, because it also has human hair there, and it's very cheap, and it's very thick to the ends. But it's not for a wig that you're gonna pay a couple of hundreds, if not thousands of euros to make. So I told her that it's better for her to find some new hair, because this hair is just crappy and it's not for a good quality wig. So what happened next is that she was trying to get good quality hair at the same texture, but she couldn't find it, and she ended up having to order a wig for her, and with the same hair, of course, and then we were going to cut off the hair from the base and then make a wig out of it. But I told her that this is not necessary. I don't make wig refurbishes, but the way things happened and the fact that she wanted to get a wig and we went through all the stuff, I told her that since the wig is already done, like look at here in the back, it's not that bad. The quality is just okay. It has double split knots everywhere. Yeah, that's double split knots or double knots. Double split knots, I can say. And it also has a little bit of a stretch here. It's not a bad construction, it's a good one. But what I don't like is obviously look at the edges. And this is the hairline, like literally, who makes hairlines like that? And what I really don't understand is that the inner part is thinner. No, this is the top. Look at the back edge. This is the neckline. Look how thick that is. And if you take a sectioning, you can see that inside it's so much more natural because the density is very light. It's actually a little lighter than what I would want it to be, but it's the way it is. And that means that we're gonna also have to remove that. So what I'm gonna do now is that I have another problem. I have her head mold. Like, that is not a head mold, okay? You were supposed to glue the whole thing together. This piece that she used here is not cellophane wrapped, it's something inferior, and it can also kind of split very easily. You can see that, see? So this is very fragile, and she didn't even take the time to tape it off good. I also feel that this is not even symmetrical enough. It's not symmetrical, definitely not symmetrical. I don't know, no, maybe I can see that it's almost symmetrical. Anyway, it's not good. People need to take like 2 more minutes making the wig cap, the head mold, in order for the wig to be perfect. Now, how am I supposed to act in that one? No one has a head like that. Do I squeeze it like that? It might end up being smaller than her head. So she's gambling a lot with this. So what I have to do here is that I realize that the dude is the closest to the size and shape of her head. Okay, I contacted the lady and I told her that so I'm trying to fit it as good as possible by stretching. The hairline is tilted. This is not a real hairline of a human being. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practically ignore because you can see that it almost fits the dude. See, here it fits, it fits everywhere, except of course here. What's that? Front to back 14 inches. Let me just see. This is not part of my job. I shouldn't have to do that. Front. Yeah, also my measuring tape just got damaged. Okay, 14 inches. So this is the mark. This is a wrong mark. The dude is actually having the right measurement. Ear to ear, 11 inches. That's mean from top to the other part. Okay, that's 11 inches, which is good. Nape is 5 point. Okay, this is a little bigger than the dude. I can mark that. It's not a problem. So the first step is to mount the wig on the canvas head, trying to see how it works. Like, is it bigger? It's definitely bigger. Like, take a look at that. And this is a good thing. This is where the marking goes. This is how low that goes. It's like a sideburn, like that additional match. I try to put the hairline close to the hairline that I have marked. The back is also falling lower than what we want. You see that? And the markings all are inside the wig. So we have plenty of room to play with. I'm gonna have to remove things. So what I have to do next is, so I have taped the mold and I have made the markings that she requested, 3 inches depth by 6 inches wide. I have also put a perimeter marking, and this is just going perfect so far. So the first thing that I need to do after that is that I need to literally put the fine lace that she requested for the hairline and the top part. She said that she wanted this to be there. I'm a little skeptic putting this net over here, but since she requested that, I'm gonna do what she wants. And I just put the front lace, have all the markings. I did the darts, the folds here, a little bit of excess lace. The back is Korean lace and it's in beige color. Same to the front. She requested beige. I asked her. And it all is on the inner side cut enough to be able to be sewn. So everyone is sleeping, so I'm gonna be whispering. And what I have to do now is I'm gonna get my clippers. This is cutting very well. I was gonna cut it with this, but it doesn't cut anymore so easily. So what I have to do now is I have to lift it a little bit. You see, I already cut a little bit. Lift it so I don't cut the lace beneath. Like that. And cut just lace. I will eventually and accidentally cut a little bit of hair, which is inevitable. But I try not to cut too much, okay? You can see that. And then if this is gonna be staying down like that. And I'm gonna have to do this all around. I have the stretch part over here. This is gonna be a little tricky. No, it's not tricky. And as I said, I'm losing a little bit of hair inevitably. There's nothing I can do for that. Only in the perimeter. The rest of the hair is gonna be usable. So I think I'm gonna have to open my pin box and put a little bit more pins here and there just to make sure that's not gonna get deformed too much. Like so. And once I do it all around, I'm gonna return to you and show you what's the next step, which is obviously to stitch down the cap you can see that now this is exposed and this lace is lying beneath the unit, and this is the right way to attach it because this already has hair. If I had this lace on top, it would interfere with this hair and I don't want this, so I'm putting it beneath already. So let's cut a little more, and then I'm going to close the camera and proceed into making the rest of it and come back to you and show you the next step. And I removed the whole perimeter. This is the front, this is the side, this is the other side, and this is the neck, and this is what I'm left with. And of course it's still not attached. You can see that it's still flapping up. Also, this is the hair that I'm going to harvest. It has a lot of hair. It has a lot of fillers as well. The returns will have to be discarded and everything. So first I'm going to have to harvest all this hair, and I'm going to see how much I have to work. This here, for example, was in the neck area, and I'm planning to use shorter hair for the neck area and longer hair on top, because you can see the difference. Okay, so I'm not really discarding the short strands, but I'm discarding the super short ones, but the short strands could possibly be used for the neck. I have already stitched this part. I started from the back. I'm going to show you how I go about it. You can see that this can flap up. I have it pinned down. So what I do is I go up and down in circular motion in order to make sure that I get the edges as well. You know, they're trapped in a loop. Instead of going up and down, I would still have a little bit of excess that would flap up. Because if I put the stitchings like here, for example, you can see that this thing can flap up. But if I just embed it into a loop, it's gonna be kept, even the edges. So I'm trying to do a very dense job here, meaning that I don't make the stitches too far apart. And this is gonna be final for the wig up. I'm not gonna pass it with a sewing machine because I'm only going to be putting a lot of tension there, too many stitches, and it will probably not look very good. I'm gonna do this all in the perimeter, obviously, and then there's nothing left other than that start ventilating. So I'm gonna close it now, and I'm gonna come back to you when I finish all this. Oh, also, I have separated the hair according to length. This is a shorter one, and this is a shorter one, intentionally to put in the neck area. And I have this and this meant for the top part. And there were a lot of really short fillers that couldn't be used for anything. So for the top and this part, I'm going to be using the long hair, and whatever is left, I'm going to use it. And then in the lower parts, the shorter hair will be just fine, because this is short hair. And let me get the short one. You can see that this is already longer than that, so I can have a fold and still have the hair as long as that one. Okay, the same thing applies with here. You can see that this is long enough for that, and I still have enough to make the fold approximately. But for the top part, I have a long one, which is as much as I have. You know, this is a little gonna be slightly shorter, but it's gonna have layers. This is all I can do. Stitched it all around. There is no flopping up. You can see the back is slightly smaller than the front edges because it's more important here. And this is 6 by 3 inches as she requested. And the unit is finished, as you can see. It looks like a lot of things are going on here. It actually ended up being a refurbish. I have Korean lace in the back, Daniel 30 lace in the front. This is the amount that I did. I'm gonna have to bleach this area, so even the connection will not look like that bad, because it's the knots and of course the density that make it look a little unrealistic. I hope this is, she chose that 3 inches. I hope it's enough though. Anyway, maybe I should have made it a little, uh, going backwards. Anyway, it is what it is. And I did it. It's all done. You can see that even the front has bleached knots. I don't. There are a couple of strands that didn't bleach, but that means that the hair was not 100% bleachable. The sides, I can say that they did have a little bit of a problem, but yeah, not everything just bleached, if you can see here. But in the area that I made, because I did single knots and single strand, this strand here, for example, that's still black, it's just one. It's not anything that it will show too much. So yeah, even the sides, what can I do? This is not something that I did, and I cannot take responsibility for the quality of hair. She sent me that hair, and I plan to stop accepting hair from people for their orders. I will soon get hair and start selling them, and at the same time use them for my orders. So yeah, pretty much the video has come to an end. You can see the feathered hairline, how nice it looks. She didn't want extremely too much density, so this is gonna be very nice and natural for her. These are the sides. You can see these are the sideburns. Pretty okay. And in the back, this is the neck area. A little less fragile lace here. These are the areas right behind the ears. And this is the other side. I think it's good. So now what I have to do is just remove this little thing over here. Making sure that I don't cut any hair. Yeah, and remove the nylon thread wherever I see it. And now I'm gonna take out these little things and I'm gonna brush it, and it's ready to be sent to hair. So thanks for watching, and ask me anything you want.